The first speaker we have today is Alee Whitman. Alee has been in the space for quite a while, and I think holds the distinction of having been in more different types of roles. She's been a consultant at one of the big firms. She's now a practitioner at the Disney company. She's been on the vendor side at AWS, working on things like the optics team and the cloud intelligence dashboards. She was also a keynote speaker at the FinOps X last year, and we're excited to hear from Alee and her career journey as she goes through the content here. Alee, over to you.
Thanks, JR. And also, we need to get some Seattle Roadshow items on that calendar too.
For folks, planned, just not yet scheduled.
Definitely. For folks that I haven't met yet, my name's Alee Whitman, and I'm a senior staff product engineer at the Walt Disney Company. Disney is a large company, so to help you understand where I sit, I fall under our corporate enterprise technology segment, working for our amazing VP of Cloud and Data Transformation Engineering, who reports to the Walt Disney Company's CIO. Today, I'll be sharing some of the skill sets you need to succeed in various FinOps careers. Before I dive into the skill sets, I want to share a little bit about my FinOps journey. For folks who caught my session at FinOps X, this slide probably looks familiar. There are so many different FinOps hats out there, but I've been lucky enough to grow and experience FinOps across various roles, including a consultant, vendor, and now as a practitioner, or as I'll forever call myself, a customer. My background is in finance, but I've always loved the technology space. So I got my first experience of FinOps back in 2018 while I was a technology consultant at Accenture. If you're newer to FinOps, consulting is one of the best ways to get started and figure out where you fit and are interested to grow in. What started out as a project to help understand cloud cost turned into so much more. I took every opportunity I could to meet with experts across Accenture, vendors, and my client teams to learn and understand how I could add more value. That led me to my next journey as one of the first people on the brilliant Alex Head's optics teams. It wasn't even called optics when we got started. Optics was quite possibly the most fun team to be on. My whole role was to help AWS's largest, most complex, and strategic customers run efficiently and maximize their benefit on AWS. While I was at AWS, I was able to partner with some amazing peers to create and scale the cloud intelligence dashboards, or what you might know as kudos. If you haven't checked them out yet, I highly recommend. Almost a year ago, I made the switch from vendor to practitioner, dedicated to helping drive all things cloud cost management, billing, and optimization across Disney. My favorite part of my new role is I get to partner with all people across the organization. There are so many remarkable people across Disney, and it's mind-blowing to see the ways the innovations they are driving will shape the future of their respective areas. It also doesn't hurt that Mickey and Minnie are your coworkers. There are so many different paths my FinOps journey could have taken. And if you're sitting here in a similar position to where I was, or trying to figure out what your next road looks like, it's okay not to know. The best advice I have for you is to never turn down a chance to learn about an opportunity, even if you aren't looking. All right, Jared, next slide. While wearing my various FinOps hats, I found a handful of skill sets that I've needed to succeed. The first is analytical or financial skills. I had zero, and I mean zero, FinOps experience when I got started. I didn't even know what an EC2 instance was. But my background is in finance. Being able to analyze financial data and make informed decisions based on your findings is one skill everyone in the roles that I have been in should excel at. Data-driven. Many organizations' AWS cost and usage report is over 1 billion line items for a single month. I won't go into the cost and usage report, but everyone who knows me knows I'm crazy about the curve. Data is your best friend. You need to be comfortable working with large, complex data sets and be able to articulate and tell a story using this data so that your teams are able to use it to run efficiently. Embrace change. Almost every activity in FinOps requires someone to make a change. Just like we ask our teams and engineers to embrace optimization, we need to embrace change. I would not be here today if I stayed in my comfort zone. Change is good and helps you grow. Be adaptable, and make sure you're always pushing yourself to change. Be curious. FinOps has grown so much in the past few years. It seems like just yesterday I actually got started, but it's crazy to think that it's already been almost 5 years. But we're still just scratching the surface. Continue to push yourself to learn. Stay relevant and stay excited by continuously learning. Challenge yourself to learn something new every day, meet with a new team every week, and try and expand your interest across all of FinOps and the space beyond it as well. Build your community. I consider this to be one of the most important skill sets. Being curious, training, and building community helps level up expertise and innovation. Make connections, partner, collaborate, and find your people. Every single one of you have a superpower. I've been lucky enough to find amazing people in the FinOps Foundation and throughout my career that challenge me to get out of my comfort zone and continue to grow. This skill set is one of the most important because it requires you to have excellent collaboration and communication skills. Relationships are key in FinOps. One of our SRE directors once said, getting things done well and with speed requires empathy and trust. I couldn't agree more. It helps to have a talented team. The right type of leadership and organizational culture is key to developing high-performing teams. A deep understanding of FinOps. While this seems obvious, you actually really don't need this to get started. I definitely didn't have it. But you do need to have a deep understanding of FinOps to grow. If you're in a FinOps role, at the beginning, you should at least be familiar with various cost structures, pricing models, and resource optimization techniques. It also helps to have a solid understanding of cloud computing services. As you progress in your career, you should also progress in your understanding as FinOps. Become known as a thought leader in an area you're interested in. Join a working group. Find your area of fit. Self-motivated. For folks who have been in the FinOps world for a while, I think you'll agree. You need to be self-motivated. You need to seek out opportunities and optimizations, or you will not make it far. Create goals, strive to be more efficient in the ways that you get things done, and always remember there is something to optimize. Lastly, think beyond. You define your success and have the ability to shape what FinOps can be in the coming years. There's no limit to what you can do. I don't know what's next in my FinOps journey, but I do know that I will continue to push myself to think bigger, learn, embrace change, and build my community and grow. The way I use these skill sets may vary depending on my role or the hats that I've been wearing. But of all these skills, they've been pivotal in every role that I've been in for my success. So to close it out, JR on the next slide. It's only fitting to end with a quote from Walt Disney himself. We keep moving forward, opening new doors, and doing new things because we're curious, and curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. So everyone, if I have one takeaway for you, it's to stay curious and continue to help shape the future of FinOps. Thank you so much, JR, for letting me speak on this today.
Thank you, Alee. So we'd love to hear more in the breakouts as we get in there, but I'm curious, what was the most surprising thing for you switching from the sort of vendor side to the practitioner / customer side?
I think it actually probably is one of the things that I found most interesting is the optimizations that some of my teams actually are wanting to go for first. It's not the ones I would have started with, and it's really shifted the way that I think about working with them and approaching it, and really opened my eyes to kind of a new way of thinking about things that actually has increased the action we're able to take.
Interesting. Did you find that some of the things that you thought folks should be doing were harder or easier than expected?
I'd say a lot harder. And being at AWS and working with a lot of different customers, it's interesting to see what it's like to actually be in my shoes and working with the team I used to be on, because I think that's where I really see the shift in the services and the way that when we just kind of work together and change the messaging a little bit, we're able to excel so much further.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for sharing your journey. Looking forward to seeing you at more of the events. JR here from the FinOps Foundation. Thank you for watching. Please go to finops.org if you want to get plugged into this amazing community. And of course, hit subscribe right here on YouTube to get all the future content. Hope to see you soon.